So we already talked about how we can identify mold with a Scotch tape prep. So as you see on your PowerPoint slide here, there's 2 video clips you can view, which are good. It shows you how people are doing Scotch tape preps to identify mold. And what this is about is basically, since there's a lot of problem with environmental molds. If someone's house, a pipe bursts, and they're not at the house, let's say it's a summer home. This actually happened to us at my parents' Cape house. It was locked up all winter, and when I went there a few years ago in April, we actually had mushrooms growing out of the rug. And the wall had all black mold growing on the mold because the house wasn't heated during the winter and the rugs got wet, and mold like dark, cold environments. And the mold, because mushrooms are mold fungus, as you know. As I told you, I walked in, there was mushrooms growing out of the rug. I'm not making that up. And the walls had black mold. So we obviously had to call the insurance because everything was ruined. And they sent like a mold expert to our house. And the gentleman, and I told him, I work in a microbiology lab. I know how to identify fungus. And he was actually taking Scotch tape, like you'll see in one of these videos, and pressing the Scotch tape against our wall, basically making a Scotch tape prep to send to his lab to identify the mold, to see if it was a bad mold. Black molds are considered usually bad molds, and it can cause people to have respiratory problems. But what's happening is now they have these kits, as you can see on the right of the screen, the slide, that you can identify, these mold identification kits. You would collect your sample and you would send it off to a lab, and they charge you all this money to tell you that you have mold. And but insurance companies go crazy if they hear you have mold. They'll rip apart everything in your house because they're so scared of it. But it's a huge money maker. But basically, as you look on these video clips, and even these things on the right, what you basically would be doing is making a Scotch tape prep yourself and sending it off to an environmental company that would charge you to look at your Scotch tape prep.